Welcome to this double audio recording to help you overcome the fear of public speaking. Both recordings will not only free you of your fear, but give you all the tools you need to become a proficient and confident speaker. My name is Aly Harrold. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of creating and delivering a speech, I just wanted to tell you about my own journey. Being a director of a successful company means I often have to speak to groups of people. A while ago, I joined a local speakers club, both as a social activity and because I'd hit a patch in my life where my confidence was lacking. The speakers club really helped me to develop as a speaker and gave me a real understanding of the various processes involved in standing up there and making it look easy. I remember my first attempt to speak in public. I was asked to speak for 2 minutes about myself and 3 things I loved about my life. I became tongue-tied, shaky, and blabbered something I am sure was complete nonsense. All I could think about was sitting down again. I was transported back as if by magic to the age of 5, when I had the part of an angel in the school nativity play. My resources were few back then, and they felt like even fewer now as I was older and because of life's ups and downs even more self-conscious. Like many other people doing this for the first time, I thought that public speaking may actually be the death of me. Yes, it may feel like it. You sweat, you shake, your heart pounds, your mouth is completely dry and your voice cracks and your brain feels like a ball of wool. You just wish the floor would open up and swallow you. It's hard to believe, but true. It only gets better from here once you get some help to master the art of public speaking. I won't tell you it's easy, but it gets easier and more enjoyable the more you do it and the more you learn how to master your fear. I do not consider myself in any way to be a qualified public speaker. I offer these tips to you as information and things I have learned through my own public speaking adventures. Take from this recording what feels right for you, and remember the best speakers are always those who speak from their heart. With the hypnotherapy recording by Glenn Harrold, you'll be guided to release any fears or apprehensions you may have and to speak with confidence. It is suggested you start to use Glenn's hypnosis recording on a daily basis to begin with. If you are working towards a speech, use it every day leading up to the day of the speech, and then a few hours before your speech is due to take place. Glenn's hypnosis recording will help you to prepare your mind in the best possible way. Remember, your mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. You can tap into this unlimited potential to have an added powerful tool in your public speaking toolbox. In this first recording, I will cover the technical aspects of public speaking and the things you need to focus on to develop your skills. I would suggest that you listen to this recording many times over, as there are so many facets to public speaking, and you'll need to be aware of them all in order to cultivate your art. There are many components to making a speech. It's more than what you say. It's in the manner that you communicate your message, the words you use. It's in the gestures and facial expressions you use, and your tone of voice. All of these components are little building blocks to delivering a wonderful, effective speech. In order to build your confidence, you'll need to master each step. So let's start at the very beginning. We need to ask a few questions. What is your speech about? And who is your audience? How long do you need to speak for? What is the purpose of your speech? To persuade, entertain, inform, inspire, or motivate? Maybe the purpose of your speech is a combination of a number of these goals. Thinking about these issues will help you in writing an appropriate speech. I always write my speech out in full. I read it through at a normal reading pace and time myself. I know that when I do it for real, it will take longer because I will have the audience response to consider, so I allow for this in my timing. You may find this approach works for you, or maybe you can just use bullet points. You will soon discover what works for you. If you have a speech assignment coming up in the near future, you may already know what your message needs to be. If this is the case, you can start to write this speech. If you don't have an assignment but want to get started, it may be an idea to write a simple speech lasting about 4 minutes long about yourself or a subject you're passionate about. Practice this speech in front of a mirror. Record yourself and listen back to it. And when you feel ready, perform your speech in front of a member of your family or a friend who will give you feedback. If you can, you may wish to video yourself and watch it back. One word of caution here is not to be too critical of yourself. We all have to start somewhere, so start by being kind to yourself. With regard to timing, try to stick to the time you've given yourself and see if you deliver this speech under the time or over. This discipline is very important.